Hi guys, I'm Stephanie and thanks for checking out my channel. A while back I did a Canadian drugstore haul and I said I was going to give you my thoughts and reviews on those products, and it's been quite some time. I really wanted to thoroughly test everything out multiple times and kind of see how it wore throughout the day, how it wore when applying it with different methods and with different products, and basically an overall idea of how the products were before I got back to you. So I've been thoroughly testing throughout the past month and I'm ready to give you my thoughts on my Canada drugstore hauls. If you want to see the hauls which include swatches, I will link those down below in the description box. The first thing I'm going to talk about is these E.L.F. eyeshadow brushes. This is their eyeshadow brush, crease brush, their defining eye brush, and the blending eye brush. Just so you know, the only other eye brushes I have used are the Real Techniques brushes, so that's all I can really compare these to. So I personally really like these brushes, and I did find throughout the whole month that I would use these in conjunction with my Real Techniques, though there were a few times where I would try just to use these brushes. At first I did find the eye crease brush, it's kind of the smaller of the blending brushes, to be really scratchy on the tip and blending it in. Like, it worked, but it was just really scratchy and uncomfortable. But I have found the last few times I've used it, I haven't had that issue, so maybe it just needed to be softened up a bit, but I'm not having any issues with it now. I honestly really like all these brushes, and I will definitely continue to use them in conjunction with my Real Techniques brushes. So if you're looking for some affordable eye brushes, I would suggest these. The other brush I was testing out this month was the Real Techniques setting brush. Looked like this. I was using it for highlighter. If you watch my February favorites, I mentioned it in there. This brush really changed the highlighter game for me. I really enjoyed it, and I would highly recommend this to anyone. For those of you who watch the Canadian drugstore haul, you know I purchased a lot of NYX lip products. I got 6 of the NYX Liquid Suede lipsticks. I loved all of them. I am such a fan of this formula. I had 3 previous, so I did know how they would wear on the lip. Sometimes I do find that I need to put a lip liner or some sort of lip primer on before I put these on, but I really do love them, and I loved all the shades that I had. So I had Vintage, Cherry Skies, Stone Fox, which I wasn't quite sure how this would wear because it is a gray, but I ended up really loving this one. Oh, Put It On, Brooklyn Thorn, which it came out like a purplish gray, and I actually got so many compliments on it when I wore it, so that was really exciting. And Soft Spoken, which is just a great nude. It is very similar to my lip color, so I find that when I eat and it does wear off a bit, it wears off very nicely. In fact, I don't find these wear off too badly at all. I really like them. I would definitely pick up more from the range. When I've been wearing these, have told me how much they like them, and I've gotten a few friends into them, so I definitely recommend them, and everyone who tries them out seems to really enjoy them, at least in my group of friends. I also had 2 of the NYX Liquid Lingerie lips. I had Push Up, which turned out to be more of a reddish color than I expected it to be, and I wasn't quite sure how I felt about it. I did wear it out and I did really like it, but it wasn't quite the shade I expected, but still enjoyable. The other one I had was Embellishment, which is this color. It came out more purple than I anticipated, but I loved it. I honestly found that Embellishment and Brooklyn Thorn, I'm not sure how similar they look in the packaging, but on the lip I find them to look quite similar, which isn't a problem for me. I really like both of them, and I do find the liquid lingeries to be a bit of a thinner formula than the liquid suedes. I do find sometimes that I put on the liquid lingerie, they can go on a bit streaky, so I really try to wipe off the applicator on the side before I put it on. So just wipe it off like this so you're not getting any clumps, and then I find I can put on a better layer. And you try not to build it up, because I do find that when I build it up it does kind of bunch up in areas, but I do really like these products, and when I've worn them out I haven't had any issues. The last NYX lip product I picked up was their Intense Butter Gloss in Toasted Marshmallow. I absolutely love this. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. Goes on so nicely, and I found that even though it is a gloss and it does wear off, but it left such a nice stain on the lips, and I really enjoyed it, and I wore it while working like 6-hour shifts, and I wouldn't have time to reapply anything, and I found that by the end of the shift I had this lovely stain left on my lips, and it didn't look like I had worn lipstick that had just worn off terribly. It looked really nice even by the end of my shift. From Winners, I picked up a package of the Stila lip glazes that look like this. By far my favorite is Pomegranate Sparkle. I just really love this paired up over a darker color, even a nude. It just makes it really punchy and adds to it. Today on my lips, I'm actually wearing Mandarin Lights. I am wearing it over a lipstick. I find you have to wear these over lipstick. If you wear them on their own, they're gone in like 10 minutes. But putting it over lipstick really helps keep that shine last much longer. And I also feel like when I wear them, my lips aren't like sticking together. It's not a super sticky gloss. For that reason, I really like them. I didn't really have any glosses in my collection, so I'm glad that I have these. But I'm not sure how much of a glossy person I am, and if I saw these for sale again, would I pick them up? I don't think so, but I'm happy to have them in my collection now. From Maybelline, I have their Fit Me Concealer in Light. I'm still not 100% sure about this concealer. I know I included it in my February favorites, but I'm still on the fence if is it too yellow for me? Is it really the right tone? But I am wearing it and I do really like it, and I do find that it's great for brightening up the face, like highlighting like down the bridge of the nose, the chin, just the top of my forehead here. So I really like it for brightening. I'm not sure if I love it for under the eyes. I will definitely continue to use this product, but when I run out, I definitely will be moving on to other concealers. There's so much out there that I want to try. So as of now, this wouldn't be a repurchase. I also picked up the Lash Sensational, which I am wearing on my lashes today. I'm just going to zoom you in for a moment so you can see. This is them. I do find this mascara to go on nicely. It really curls my lashes and lengthens them, but it doesn't really give them the volume I'm looking for. I really like volumizing mascaras, and I feel like this just doesn't do it for me. It really holds a curl and it really lengthens them, but I like volume from my mascaras, and for that reason I wouldn't repurchase this. But if you like curling and lengthening is what you're looking for in a mascara, then the Maybelline Lash Sensational is great. Another lip gloss I picked up was the Covergirl Colorlicious in Melted Toffee. This goes on really nicely over nudes. It gives it just that nice sheen. I really like it. Compared to the Stila lip glazes, which I picked up, which are mostly peaches and pinks and that pomegranate sparkle, there wasn't really any nude shades, so I'm really happy to have a nude in my collection. I think it's great for an everyday look, just to put it over a nude lip. This one I found I could wear it on its own, and I didn't have any issues about it coming off super fast, but again, I do think it is better when it's layered over a lipstick. I have these two Revlon lipsticks in Rose Velvet and Blushing Mauve, and I absolutely love these. Revlon's is one of my favorite drugstore lipsticks. Everything they put out I seem to love, and they have so many finishes, which is really nice. Rose Velvet, if you watch my favorite favorites, has become one of my favorites. It is a perfect everyday nude. I really, really like it. Honestly, it kind of looks like Soft Spoken from the NYX lip cream. I put on the lip cream and it faded off a bit. I didn't have liquid suede on me, so I put on the Rose Velvet and you couldn't even tell that I had two different lip products on. So that was really great. Blushing Mauve is also just such a nice neutral. I really love it. I would definitely repurchase both of these, and I always keep my eye out for any Revlon lipsticks on sale because I just think it is a great formula and I'm always happy with it. I was so excited about these Wet n Wild Mega Liners in Voltage Blue and Electric Purple. Voltage Blue went on so beautifully. I wore it with Stone Fox, and I got so many compliments on that look. I really loved it. It went on so opaque, so nicely. I was worried about not being able to get a thin line with it, as I mentioned in my drugstore haul, and it was not an issue when applying to my eye at all. Unfortunately, Electric Purple did not go on as opaquely. I definitely did have to go over it. The color wasn't as intense as I thought it was going to be based on the swatch, and it was a little bit of a disappointment. So Voltage Blue I definitely recommend. I actually already got my mom to send me one from Canada so I could give it to my friend because she loved it so much. Whereas Electric Purple I wouldn't really recommend. I just found that the formula was different from Voltage Blue and it wasn't as great. I was also testing out this NYC Get It All lip color in Exception Nude, which is what I'm wearing on my lips today under the Mandarin Lights Stila lip glaze. I really like it. I think it is such a beautiful mauve. It kind of smells like fake red candy. was gonna say strawberries. It smells like fake red candy, which I'm not sure, like it doesn't stay on your lips, like you can't really smell it when it's on, but just so you know, that's what it smells like. I think it goes on really nicely. I found that it wore really nicely. I would definitely recommend it. I had a bunch of Essence products that I was trying out this month. I'll start with the Essence lip liner in Satin Mauve, which I lined my lips with today. It paired so well with the Exception Nude, which I thought it would based on my drugstore haul. It is just such a great nude mauve color. I really, really like it. I did find that it doesn't really pull or tug at the lips, but for some reason, I've used it a few times. I've never had any issues with it, but today when I was putting it on, I did find that it started to crumble a little bit in my top corner, which was really odd because it's never had that issue before. I would still recommend it. They're really great and affordable. I enjoy them. I do think that that was just an anomaly today because every other time I've used it, it's worked wonderfully, so I would recommend this. I had two eye palettes I was checking out. The All About Nudes, which is more of these brown type shades, and the All About Roses, which is more pinky and purple romantic type colors. All About Roses was in my February favorites. I absolutely love it. I am wearing it on my eyes today. I love purples. I think they blend so nicely. The colors are so pigmented. The reason why the All About Nudes, I'm wearing some of the browns in my crease, wasn't part of my favorites is because I did not find these colors to be as pigmented. When I tried to pick them up with a brush, there was barely any pigmentation going on my eye. I've worked with them a bit more and they kind of have warmed up a bit. Another thing about these shadows is there is so much kickoff and they are quite powdery. So I would definitely, if you do get these, put your brush in, definitely tap it off before you go onto your eye or you're just going to have powder everywhere. So it's definitely something to be wary of. I would recommend the All About Roses. I just love those colors. I thought the shadows were really good and that they blended and the pigmentation was there. The All About Nudes, honestly, I wasn't sold on it and I don't think I would repurchase it. I also tried out the Essence Gel Liner Midnight in Paris. It's just their black gel liner. I did not like this. I'm wearing it on my eye today. I'm not sure if you can see. It is not super black. It's definitely not opaque. I found that when I put my brush in, when I first put it in the corner of my eye, it was great. By the time I moved my brush, pigmentation was gone. I definitely had to go over it a few times and I feel like every time you have to go over liner, you're just increasing your chances of messing it up. I don't really like it. I really wish it was a much darker black and that I didn't have to keep re-dipping in to fill in the whole line across my eye. So I would definitely not recommend this. So many people were talking about the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. This is in Be My Highlight. That I was like, I have to try this out. Essence is such an affordable brand. There's no reason not to go try it out. I'm wearing it today. I'm not sure if you can tell. It definitely is highlighty, but I honestly find that it really emphasizes my pores. Like I wear this and I never notice my pores, and I put this on and I notice them. It does give a very nice natural lit from within type of glow, which if that's your thing, that's great. If you're not worried about your pores, that's great. I did try putting on a pore minimizing primer because I thought maybe that would help counteract that, and it didn't. That being said, the pore minimizing primer I am using I think is absolute garbage, so I'm not quite sure that's a fair test to it, but I do find that it does make my pores a lot more noticeable. I will definitely continue to use it for those days when I just want a nice light sheen, and maybe I won't bring it down as far. Maybe if I just keep it in this region, I would be better off. So depending on if pores are a big issue for you and if natural highlight is what you're into, then this is a maybe. I think you can make your own judgment whether it'll work for you. The last product I have to talk about is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. Anyone who watched that drugstore haul was probably laughing at me when I swatched it and was like, wow, this is really light. Because thinking that, I really dunked my brush in, put it on my face, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of pigment. And I looked ridiculous and really had to blend it out. So the swatch is a bit deceiving. This product is a lot more pigmented than it looks. I really like it with a big fluffy brush for warming up my face. I did say I was going to try it with the included sponge, which looks like this. I found that like when I'm using it at my temples to warm up my face, a brush is definitely better. But because of the line of this, I found that I was able to make a nice line for contouring. Maybe not the best contour shade. It's not the worst I've seen. It's not overly orange, which is great, so you can definitely do some light contouring with it. And I found that the edge of this brush was great for making those sharp lines and then blending it out afterwards. But in terms of using the brush to kind of bronze up your face in general, I really did not like how it applied product. It would kind of just like stamp the product on to where you put it, and then it wouldn't blend out well with the sponge. I definitely had to go in with a brush to blend it out. So for just bronzing up the face in general, I suggest a brush. For making those sharp lines with contour, the sponge that it comes with is great, but overall the bronzer itself is very, very nice, and I would definitely recommend it. Thank you so much for checking out my thoughts and reviews on my Canadian drugstore haul. I hope this helped you make some decisions about whether you might try out these products. Let me know down below if you end up picking any of these up and your thoughts on them. I would love to hear your opinions and how they worked out for you. Hope you have a great day. Bye.